Hey everyone, this is Marianne from Superpowers for Solopreneurs. Today I want to talk to you about the 3 building blocks of business. I love this topic. I think it's really important to build a solid foundation. You've probably heard me say that somewhere before. And this is how you do that. The first thing I want to tell you about the 3 building blocks before I even tell you what they are is that you need all 3. You have to do them in order, and there are no exceptions. So I'm going to repeat that just in case you weren't quite getting it or in case you're in denial. You need all 3 of these building blocks in your business. You have to do them in order, and there are no exceptions. All right, so you want to know what they are? Here we go. So the first building block you need in business is you need a clear niche. Niche is also referred to as a target market, target audience, your ideal client, and this is really about who you serve and how you serve them. You might think of it as the specific problem that you help them with, right? Or a problem that you help them solve. But it's really, really important to know who is your niche. Why is that important? I know some people, especially coaches, are like, no, I want to serve everyone, or I can use coaching in all these 5 different scenarios. And you can, but the problem is, although you can serve everyone, you can't market to everyone. And when you have to have more than one marketing message, you're really in effect running more than one business. And as a solopreneur, that is just a kiss of death. Think of it this way. 80% of small businesses fail. 80%. So if you're going to make it and be one of those 20%, you got to do things right and you got to be strategic. And having multiple marketing messages and multiple marketing campaigns to reach different kinds of customers is not a good strategy. So I really want to encourage you to make a decision, create a niche, and that is going to be the nucleus of all your marketing messaging. Really, really important. It's also going to be really important before you can take step 2. Okay, so please, if you're resisting, Google it. I always say, if you don't believe me, Google it on the internet, where all the information in the world lives. There's tons of other, like Harvard University Business School will tell you, Inc. magazine will tell you, think of any authority you know on business, they will all tell you the same thing. It's really, really important to have a niche. And again, as a solopreneur, even more important because you're just one little old person with limited time, energy, and resources. So you can't be running more than one business at a time, at least not all at once, okay? So have a niche, building block number 1. Are you ready for building block number 2? Building block number 2 is your product or service. And as coaches, this is having a marketable client program. So I like to refer to building block number 2 as having something great to sell. I also love to let people know this is the number 1 sales secret that no one ever talks about. Everyone's out there talking about have the perfect sales script or all these marketing tricks, but ultimately you have to start by having something great to sell. So having something great to sell isn't just about the service that you have. It isn't just about the marketable program. It goes a little deeper than that. Creating a marketable program, at least the way I do it with my clients, it's really about mining your value and making sure that your program is really sharing your gifts and the value that you offer clients and defining that and giving it shape and form. It gives you something great to talk about other than yourself. Who wants to talk about themselves and be self-promoting when you're trying to market your services? It's horrible, right? So do yourself a favor, create a marketable program, have something great to sell, then you have something other than yourself to talk about when you're out there promoting your business. And you're also in the process of creating it, you're going to provide such deeper value and you're going to be able to own that value. Everything about sales and marketing becomes easier when you have something great to sell. Okay, so that's building block number 2. Building block number 3 is you have to have a simple marketing plan, right? Your marketing doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, it shouldn't be complicated. If you've got 5 different marketing strategies you're trying to do, whoa, put the brakes on. You're going to have to simplify it. Remember a little while ago when I said having more than one niche means having more than one marketing campaign or marketing message? Having too many marketing strategies is really similar. You're just one person and you need to keep it simple so that you can manage everything. So I encourage you to find one way to market that is a really good fit for you and spend time on it. Do it long enough to get traction and results because marketing takes time. A lot of people dabble. They'll try marketing strategy A for 10 minutes and then they try marketing strategy B and then they're doing marketing strategy C, all 3 of them together. And then none of them are working because they've split their focus and their energy across 3 different strategies, or they don't do any of them for long enough to really get results. So you want to keep your marketing really simple. You want to keep it doable because remember, You're a solopreneur, you're just one person, and you want to give it enough time to get results. The other tip I'll give you about marketing is set some metrics for yourself. So set some goals. So if you were going to market by networking, that's a great way to network, to build a business and market for coaches, right? It's in person, you're going to build relationships faster. You might find great referral sources by building in-person relationships. And if you're going to do that, for example, set goals. Decide you're going to have coffee with 2 new people every week. That's an easy goal to set, and then fill that goal and take the steps it makes. Or if you're going to use workshops and signature talks, for example, set some goals around that. Decide you're going to do 1 talk or 2 talks per month, and then go and book them. Book up your calendar and go and do that. So those are my tips for you today. Those are the 3 building blocks of business, and you need to do them in order. Remember, you need to have a niche first. You need to know who you're serving and how you're serving them. What problem do you solve, or what goal do you help them achieve? You need to know that before you can create a product or service, right? You can't create a service if you don't know who it's for. It doesn't work that way. You can't do it. So make sure that you have your niche so that you can create your product or service. And also, you need to have your product or service, in our case a service for coaches, a marketable program, you need to have that really dialed in, because you can't market and sell something if you haven't clearly defined it. So that is why these things need to be done in order, because each builds on the one before it. So that's my tip for you today, the 3 building blocks of business. It's one of my favorite topics. If you have comments, post them. I'd love to hear them, or contact me for more information. If you want more help on how to apply the 3 building blocks in your own business, give me a shout, sign up for a strategy session. I'd love to help you. If you're a coach and you want to succeed in business, you're the kind of person I love to help. So I hope this was a helpful video. This is Marianne signing off. See you next time.